Skullsandbones.com. I'm here with Trevor with Ryan. Oh my God, Black Dahlia Murder's here. It's a beautiful day. How are you?
Good, man. We just ate some pizza. I've been shitting uncontrollably. Not because of the pizza, but it was before the pizza. And I don't know, my a-hole's on fire today.
Yeah, shitting uncontrollably. Been doing a bit of that myself.
I got hot hole. We call it hot hole or tour dot.
No, gig butt.
Gig butt?
Gig butt?
Yeah, I've heard gig butt before.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Hot hole. That's
Hot
funny.
hole.
Ring sting.
Wow.
That barbecue place over there. I like that
Okay,
place.
is New York barbecue good? Because I have not found some yet.
It's all right.
Yeah?
I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I gave it a good rating.
There you go. A 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it's pretty
Did
good.
they have collard greens?
No, but they did last time. I was a bit bummed about that.
I love collard greens.
They're beautiful things.
Meat vegetables, dude. Come on. Vegetables that are soaked in meat juice.
Yeah.
It's a mouthgasm.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So you're out here, obviously, the third show of the tour with Skeleton Witch and all the beautiful people.
Yeah.
How's it been so far, man?
Good, man. So far, so good. The first show is the one to beat, man. Peabody's, that place is closing in Cleveland, and I think we were the third to last show, and we've been going there for like 10 years, so it was a big hoopla, and that's the show to beat right now. But New York usually does pretty damn good, so
it's
we'll
sold
see
out,
what
too.
happens.
It's
It's
sold
sold
out,
out, so pretty excited to see what happens.
Should be pretty crunk tonight, I
Pretty
think.
crunk?
So.
We'll see if anybody gets their neck sliced with a box cutter.
Yeah, that doesn't need to happen.
We'll see.
It's just 'cause I'm wearing the shirt,
We're
right?
going to El Paso, so who knows?
Yeah, that doesn't need to happen. So I gotta ask, obviously, this summer, Everblack came out. One of the best records of the year. But then you went on Warped Tour. Looking back, how do you feel about the Warped Tour? Because obviously you were the heaviest band on the bill.
It was weird, and sometimes it was hard, and sometimes it was boring. But I think that it was really good exposure for us, and we played in front of, I would say, almost all new people every day, which is awesome, And yeah, man, it was just an opportunity for us to do something that was a little bit different, but to just do it our way. We play our music without compromise, and scared the pants off a lot of kids, I think, man. So, it was interesting, dude. But it made me really appreciate going back to this kind of a tour, a normal tour for us, you know what I mean? And like back to my comfort zone, But it was definitely interesting to say the least. And, I think we made a lot of new fans, and that's really what it was about, kind of branching out. We didn't expect every one of our fans to cough up money to go to Warped Tour, you know what I mean? And we did see some familiar faces, but like I said, for the most part, it was an experiment.
Yeah.
But it went well, I think.
Did the ska and punk infiltrate you? Will we hear some ska and punk from you in the future? Please say no.
No, but a couple of them were checking us out, and that was it was cool actually, because the ska bands were probably the most musically inclined bands on the whole tour. There was a lot of
The Real Big Fish.
Real Big Fish and Big D and the Kids Table, and Goldfinger we checked out, and
They're still a band.
Goldfinger's still kicking it.
Crazy
man.
seeing some of those bands because, the first Warped Tour I went to in '97, I was like 14.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're still here, still doing it. I'm on it now.
I remember seeing Pennywise and Melancholy and
Dude,
shit.
those are the bands we were missing because there's nothing that represents kind of the old school of Warped Tour. There was no NoFX, no Bad Religion, no anything, no Friends will Romb.
No, none of that. No Fat Wreck bands, man. I think there was some Epitaph bands, but Epitaph bands now are a lot different. than they used to
That
be.
can mean a lot of different things. The big thing to do this time is to have two singers. One is the normal super white version of Michael Jackson, Newfound Glory influence vocals. You know what I'm talking about. That every fucking emo band has had for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Wee! And then have another guy that screams. It's not enough to just do them both in the song. You have to do them at the same time. That's awful. And you got to have a keyboard. You got to have breakdowns.
The backing track.
Every single band has breakdowns, no matter what kind of band it was. Be pop punk bands with breakdowns. Just every single band.
Tough guy hardcore with pop punk vocals.
Every combination therein of that yin and yang of good cop, bad cop.
Well, thankfully, we heard none of that off Everblack.
Oh yeah, well I mean,
Thankfully.
that record was written first. The next one's
The next one's going to be all breakdowns the whole time.
Yeah.
He's gonna sing and you're gonna do the screaming.
Yeah.
That's. Well, I gotta ask. Obviously, the 6th album, the fans came out. They bought it, 32 on Billboard. It was a beautiful thing. I gotta ask though. It seems like the catchiest record in a weird way.
I can see that, man. I think that it has some really strong choruses. I think that, I don't know, I think we all just kind of had that in mind, you know, how we're going to do what we do, but attract more people, you know, and kind of, I think like Raped in Hatred, for example, is like probably the catchiest chorus we've ever attempted, and we're just drilling that refrain into you.
Just hammer it into you. You're going to sing along, damn it. Even if you don't like it, you're going to sing along.
Was that the intention going into writing it, like to have some catchier parts, or did it just kind of happen?
I just think I kind of like played off and that song was his, you know, so hearing that chorus, I was like, this is an opportunity to really, you know, I don't sing per se, but I did try to hit some note-ish parts on that song, you know, to kind of go along with things, and also to keep the vocals more clear, I try to do that, and maybe not overcrowd some of the parts with a shit ton of lyrics like I tend to do all the time. Yeah. Just slow it down a little bit, make sure everything's clearer and easier to understand. You know, so that was a little bit of a conscious effort too, but you know, I think I don't know, it's just, you know, every time we do this, we want to keep our sound going, you know, and keep it so the fans can recognize us instantly, but also take things into new territory, or, you know, push the limits somehow. And this one, I think, is just really melodic overall. There's a lot, you know. And I don't know, man. The fans seem to like it, which is what it's all about, you know. The reviews are mostly good, you know, but it doesn't matter what those say, really.
Yeah, I was about to ask, you've been doing this for 10 years. So
the fans, you know, it's important that they like it, and I think they liked everything about it, from the cover art to the like real macabre themes, and you know, we just wanted to do something that was in a way classically BDM, you know, but also there's always that selfish part of it too, you know, making stuff more technical and more fun to play on stage, and just in the last couple of years, in the last few albums, the songs are just more satisfying to play. Like, I don't know, they just have more dimension, and
it's more mature.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's the word you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Exactly. Yeah. But you know, in our case, I think that, you know, we've stuck to the formula, but I think that we're, you know, becoming better songwriters as we go, and I still look at it as like as us as being a young band and with a lot of room to grow, and so, you know, I never want to put a lid on things, and always try to push things. I think, you know, I think everybody in the band feels the same.
Keep on moving forth.
Keep on moving forth.
Figure out
the gas.
New cool stuff to pass.
Well, I have to ask, but talking about your fans, it seems a lot of people still consider you a very underrated band, but you also have a cult following as well. So, like, at this point, are you still like, we still have to keep going to like reach more people, like, because it does seem at some points like there's always like they talk about the best albums of the year, and like obviously the new one's out there.
Well, I mean, we just gotta keep going, man. I don't know. There's no finish line. There's no end. You know what I mean? And it's a constant struggle to stay relevant. And when I think the internet has made the music so accessible, like anyone can get it.
Yeah.
You could download an entire genre worth of bands in one day.
In one day.
So it makes, you know, music more disposable too. So we try to churn out those records in a fast rate. You know, keep the band fresh, keep the band in all the ads, and you know, the touring that we've done has been the best advertisement that we, you know, could ever ask for. So we pretty much have stuck with that brutal schedule. I don't even remember what the question was.
I don't either.
I'm trying to get back to it, but
we'll just go to the next one, because
far now.
Obviously, fans, if a rule of life for the last 4 years of me is if I'm having a shitty day, I just put in Majesty and laugh my balls off. So is there a future DVD in the works?
Yes, actually, and Majesty has been a blessing and a curse, you know. it's been a blessing because people have gotten really attached to us and
Yes.
felt like they knew us or wanted to know
They
us.
saw like nakedness and
Right, and it maybe saw a bit of themselves goofing around with their friends and in it, and that made people latch onto it. But we've had member changes over the years, and it's time for people to know how stupid Ryan Knight is.
Yes.
For wearing the Royals hat when he's a Braves fan.
Find out soon
Yeah,
enough.
you will find out soon enough.
Soon enough, you will find out.
But I mean,
The adventures that I have.
So yeah, I'm excited for that, for them to kind of get the insight that Majesty gave them into the band at that point, and also we're just sick of hearing lines from Majesty recited to us because it's been a long time since then. You know what I mean? Like that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's all shit that we just said on the fly. You know what I mean? So it's like it's been a lot of years since then. So I don't know. We'll see what they'll be saying back at us this time.
All right, for the last question, Halloween is coming up, and we've seen you in Scooby-Doo. We've seen you in multiple things. Is there special plans for this year?
Well, we're going to be in Ottawa, Canada, and I think we're going to try to be 5 Canadian stereotypes. Like the most blatant.
Who's going to be a bear? Wait, that's Russia.
Check this out. It's I'll be Denim Dan, like wearing the Canadian tuxedo, which if you don't know is head to toe denim.
Yes.
Then we're going to have like a fur trader guy and a Mountie, a hockey player, and a French mime.
I'm not being the French.
You're totally being the French.
I already called Denim Dan, man. I want Denim Dan. We'll make Alan be the mime because he's the new guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I've already had I had to be the Pacific Islander Indian or something.
Yeah.
We tried to do the village people, but we couldn't get like a regular Indian costume because I think that whole thing is so touchy. You know what I mean? Like they're always like trying to get rid of all the mascots that have to Redskins and all that stuff. So the Indian costume is kind of scarce, man, or at least it was at the Halloween stores we were trolling at the time. So we had to make him be this like Pacific Islander dude. He had like. It's funny because his suit had like built-in muscles, like plush muscles. He had like big ripped ass tits and stuff. And we put like paint on his face and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that was the what not to do Halloween show.
Yeah.
We got so drunk that it was literally the worst show we ever played. And if anybody, if it could have fit more than 80 people in the room, then we probably would have severely damaged our reputation on a big scale, but somehow it hasn't really got out that.
Apologize to all the people in Augusta, Georgia.
Dude, seriously, I remember people's like jaws were hitting the floor because they couldn't believe they waited around and paid for all this. We were so drunk we just couldn't even do anything. It was like seeing the Sex Pistols on their worst night.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Wow. Well, hopefully this time goes a little better.
This time we're definitely gonna watch our livers during the day.
Very cool, Trevor. Thank you, sir, as always, man. Always good to see you too. Everblack is out right now. Go buy it. Support them.
Support the scene, man.
Man.
Man.